up, y'all? Rob here, Square Wheels. Out for a little drive. Feeling real excited, actually, man. It's spring. It's like 75 degrees. We got our vaccination, so we can kind of be out and about. We're gonna start going to car meets, man. So I'm excited to get my car ready and all set for these meets and group rides. As you may know, I just got my Infiniti full cat back exhaust installed last week. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. Car's feeling good. It's sounding exactly the way I wanted it to sound, so I'm real excited about that. The last thing that I need to focus on before I go to Z1 and get my tune is the intake. So ideally what you want to do is make sure you've got nice cold air coming in into your engine. Colder air is denser air. It's got more oxygen, which is more to burn basically. Basically, the more cold air that you're bringing into your car, the more power you have essentially. Yeah. The factory air boxes on the Q50 are pretty efficiently made, right? Once you pop the hood, you'll see that the grill is open, obviously, as most cars are. It sucks air in the front, and there's like a little gap, and that sends it right back to your stock intake boxes. And those intake boxes from the factory are pretty well insulated, so you're not really soaking in too much hot air from the engine bay, and then your cool air can go right in. So I considered putting in like a short ram intake. I know Takeda makes one. But I figured I'd probably be sucking more warm air in, and I actually heard about people losing horsepower by installing that aftermarket intake because they're just sucking in hot air. So what I decided to do is just get some AFE Dry Pro 5 drop-in filters, and I'm going to walk you through the install today.
So one thing that kind of makes a difference when you're installing intakes is the intake sound, and I always forget to record the before clips. So here's a couple befores of the intake sound. You don't really hear it when the car starts up, but I did a couple revs just so you can hear kind of the sucking in of the exhaust sound. So yeah, as you can see, not really too much intake sound using the factory air filters. I'm hoping that, once we get these AFEs installed, we'll hear a bit of a difference. So what I'm doing here is just removing these little bumper clips that hold on this plastic cover over the front of the air boxes. And this is going to help me get into the actual air box to pull out the factory filters. Welcome to the jungle, welcome to the jungle, welcome to. There you go. And once you pop that top, it really makes it easy to see kind of how efficiently placed the stock air boxes are and how short of a travel there is for the air to get in to the air boxes to your engine. So I feel really good about just using drop-ins in this install. All right, so remove this nut right here, this bolt. It's a size 10 socket. Now you can try to do it like me and try to wrestle it out without removing that, but I found it too difficult, so I just got the socket and removed it. Alright, so I got my dirty filter out here, And actually, when you compare it with the new AFE filter, you'll see that there's a lot less surface area. It's a lot less dense, and that must be how it allows kind of more air in through the filtration element. So after that, it's just kind of doing reverse steps. Just put the new filter in where you took the old filter out and lock it back up. I'm not going to bore you with, showing you the other side. It's exactly the same process. Once you get them in, don't forget to put your top back on to make sure that that air really gets flown right back into those air boxes. And you should be all set. The only thing left to do is find a place to toss those old filters and find a spot to put your AFE sticker. I didn't put mine on my car because I don't get down like that. And before I forget, I did do after clips, just a couple revs. So yeah, you can probably tell it was a bit more intake sound. When I took this for a drive, obviously still, a fun drive, but I didn't really feel anything different in responsiveness or my butt dyno or anything like that. But I just kind of have peace of mind that I'm pulling in just a little bit more air, so I am ready now to take this thing to get actual dynoed and tuned at Z1 Motorsports. That video is going to be coming soon, so make sure that you like and subscribe, obviously. Click that bell for notifications and stay tuned. We're on this ride. Thanks, y'all.